another one who disappointed us, I think. I want to know y'all's thoughts on Drake, because we got 2 albums from him this year.
Can I be completely honest with you guys? I look at Drake as a gay rapper. So imagine Drake as a bisexual man who does, you know, straight music, and there's like an air of gay caution on every track. I feel like, honestly, Nevermind was him coming out a little bit more, in his sauciness.
Wait. An air of gay caution?
Yes. Yeah, it's like, he's like, I know I'm making this for straight people, like, ooh, you know, gotta give the gays a little ooh, like, so there's always, what's the new record? The 21, Can You Do Something For Me? Like, I see shimmy to that song, and I'm like, oh, it do sound like a little, like, I want to like flip my ponytail.
That whole moment felt like more than coincidence, because Drake might have just fired a warning shot straight in 50 Cent's direction. And it all ties back to the growing Sean Combs situation. Once 50 started pressing harder and shining a spotlight on the Diddy mess, Drake's name got dragged right back into the conversation. Suddenly, people weren't just talking about music anymore. They started asking if it was ever only music, or if there was always something else moving behind the scenes. Because when stories crack open like this, the internet doesn't move forward, it rewinds. Old Drake moments started getting replayed frame by frame. The handshakes, the parties, the friendly link-up, even the fallouts. Stuff that once looked regular suddenly felt questionable when viewed through a new lens.
You owe me 60 bands? And you have to perform the song right now in the crib. What are we talking about? What are you talking about? I'm giving you an out. I'm not Baby. I'm not Boosie. You don't owe me no 2 rags, 5 rags. You owe me 60 bands. I'm playing the song right now. You ready? I need a full. You won't owe me no money right now. I swear. I need a full performance though. The real though. I'm serious. You just gotta be ready.
People remember the early days when Drake and Diddy looked cool. Collabs, good energy, industry ties that felt normal at the time. Back then, it all looked like standard hip-hop business. 2 big names crossing paths, studio connections, mutual respect, nothing wild. But now, with serious allegations surrounding Diddy and that whole freak-off narrative floating around online, people are rereading everything. The talk shifted toward the idea that mentorships and industry favors might have come with strings attached. And once that thought enters the chat, every old clip starts looking like evidence to somebody. Names started getting tossed around heavy. Usher, Meek Mill, YK Osiris, even French Montana.
Drake and Game do a song.
What about it?
And Drake comes to Compton to shoot the video.
100. He shot it on Brazil and Wimbledon.
What all happened during that video? What was that?
He pulled up, Drake gave us love. Stunner cleared it for me, didn't charge me. Drake didn't charge for the verse. Drake actually brought his film crew to film it for us. That's what he wanted to do. We was on the famous Brazil and Wimbledon shooting it, you know, in the canal. We had to move blocks. And you know, when we move blocks, we send the little homies to do what they need to do. Drake kind of seen some activity and, you know, shit. He did what a motherfucker you supposed to do. He got out of there. So we sent somebody to get him. Bro, it's cool. That ain't for you. That's for us. Because, you know, we seen shit going on. But, you know, we moving blocks. We're not just going to hit the block without the block being right. So we had to make sure the homies, you know, went and cleared the block. He came back and we finished it.
Now, Drake's name is swirling in that same storm, and if we're being honest, some people weren't even shocked. From early on, the way Drake moved has always had folks side-eyeing him. Not saying anything concrete or proven, just the energy, the patterns, the breadcrumbs people swear they've noticed over the years. One of the loudest voices that reignited this Drake chatter was Orlando Brown. Now Orlando is controversial, no debate there. He's been saying wild stuff for a long time. But the internet works funny. Sometimes the messiest voices spark the biggest reactions, not because they're trusted, but because people love a headline and a storyline. Orlando didn't just hint. He threw out personal claims about Drake's private life and framed it like inside knowledge. That alone lit the match. Not because people had proof, but because once something hits the timeline starts searching for anything that might line up. Plenty dismissed it immediately, saying Orlando was spiraling again. But the streets don't just listen to words, they watch patterns.
Can't hear a hit? That's kind of crazy.
He still hear things from back then, that time period.
Oh, got you now.
Right.
Okay. Got you saying.
He can't buy the right. You play it for him right now, and it's hot. He can't buy it. This is why he's fighting Drake. When you hit Drake, because he used the beat that he didn't actually use.
0 to 100.
Right, you see what I'm saying? So if he heard it and then he heard Drake use it, but it wasn't a hit yet until Drake put the lines on it. And he's upset about that because he can't hear it, but he felt like he took.
Once fans started rewinding Drake's catalog, interviews, and public moments, some started saying the comments didn't feel as random as they wanted them to be. Take the music itself. That Girls Want Girls record had people raising eyebrows the moment it dropped. One bar in particular made folks stop mid-scroll. Drake later brushed it off as wordplay, just a playful line, nothing deep. But not everyone bought that explanation. Then For All the Dogs dropped, especially the members-only track. One line comparing closeness and comfort to being one of the guys had listeners split. Some heard metaphors. Others felt he left it open on purpose. And once fans decide a bar has double meaning, they don't let go. From there, people started building full narratives off vibes, not facts. And it wasn't just lyrics. Old viral clips resurfaced too. The manicure moment went around again, social media went crazy, and then people started watching how Drake interacts with certain artists. The admiration, the closeness, the emotional tone, especially when it comes to Lil Wayne, made some fans say it felt deeper than standard industry love.
Put hands on Drake.
I did not put hands on Drake.
Oh.
And I do not want any problems with Drake. Drake is, right now, that's all I got. That's all I have to say. He's putting in his work. I didn't do nothing to Drake. Drake is my friend.
No proof, just perception. But perception is what fuels the internet. And once that wheel starts spinning, it doesn't slow down easy. People started pulling up those old moments where Drake praises Lil Wayne like he's untouchable, almost emotional about it, and you already know how the internet works. Some looked at those clips and said it's pure respect, mentor to student energy. Others said, nah, this feels way more personal. And once the internet locks onto a thought, it doesn't let go. Timelines flooded fast, people saying the sign's been there for years. Comment sections turned messy too, full of jokes, reaches, and wild accusations. And Drake being Drake, he never really addresses rumors head on. He lets silence speak, and that silence gives people space to write their own version of the story. That's when old clips started resurfacing again, and one of the biggest was that moment with YK Osiris, after he lost that $60,000 bet. Back then, most people laughed it off as a funny celebrity moment. But when folks rewatched it later, the body language hit different for some viewers. What once looked playful started getting read as dominance, like a hierarchy being enforced on camera. Online, people framed it as a boss move, saying Drake was showing who was really in control.
And Wayne is my favorite person to work with, though, because it's just, little Wayne, he's just too good.
You gotta give Wayne the love.
He's just too good.
Drake.
Then YK's child's mother posted about her own situation, and social media did what it always does. One post turned into 100 theories. That same clip got reposted everywhere, treated like context for claims nobody could actually prove. That's how the internet moves, stacking assumptions on top of assumptions until it feels like a movie plot. That's when the Sean Combs connection got pulled back into the conversation. The talk online has been that Drake was present in some of those Diddy party environments at different times. No receipts have been shown proving anything specific, but the rumor mill keeps spinning like it's confirmed fact.
You try to act like he didn't know you? You smashed Drake?
No, I never smashed.
Oh, you made love to Drake.
Drake stayed close for a while, really close, until he didn't. Some insiders claim that once Drake reached a level where he didn't need industry giants the same way, he started pulling back. Creating distance, protecting his brand, protecting his image. And the narrative people push is that this kind of separation doesn't always sit right when pride and power mix. That's when, reportedly, relationships cooled off and quiet tension started brewing behind the scenes. And remember, Drake didn't come up alone. He had mentors, people he studied closely.
I remember when I was about like 17 years old, I was in a parking lot. I was watching Jay-Z do a show for an event at the time that was called Rock the Caravana. It was like the first time Jay-Z had ever really like come to the city and shown us love. And I was with one of my friends from school, and I was in the parking lot, and I'll never forget, we were watching. For me, that was really a moment that unlocked something in my mind. It made me realize that all this is possible, you know? So I want to thank...
One name that always comes up is Jay-Z, someone Drake has publicly admired and credited as inspiration. And once fans start connecting dots, even loose ones, the conversation never stays quiet for long. Now people are circling back to that old Light Up record, and in hindsight, those bars don't sound like casual wisdom to a lot of fans anymore. They sound like a warning. Jay-Z was basically breaking down how the industry really moves, how it comes at you smiling, how favors show up disguised, and how friendly meetings can come with strings attached. Even the way he talked about coded sit-downs and quiet power plays felt intentional. Fans took it like a blueprint, like Jay was telling Drake, watch the people offering something for free, because it might not be free at all. That's why today, a lot of people believe Jay was subtly warning Drake about powerful figures in the industry, about how favors aren't really favors, and how saying no can flip a friendly situation into something cold overnight. And if Drake really absorbed that message, it explains why he started easing back the moment the energy felt off. Then 2014 happened. On the surface, it looked like a simple industry dispute, a beat situation involving 0 to 100. The story floating around is that Sean Combs felt that beat was supposed to come his way, but Drake dropped it anyway. The record went crazy, and the chatter is that Diddy was heated, with tension allegedly spilling over at DJ Khaled's birthday party in Miami. Word is, Diddy pressed Drake in the club, things got physical, and people claimed slaps were thrown. Whether every detail is perfect or not, that night is what most fans point to as the real crack in their relationship. And some say it didn't end there because the deeper rumor is that this was never just about music. It was about power, ego, control, and industry politics. Even 50 Cent has been loud about that angle, saying there was more happening behind the curtain than the public story ever admitted. After that, darker talk started circulating out of LA. Whispers saying the tension got serious, that the vibe around Drake shifted, and that there were spaces where people didn't want him feeling too comfortable. Heavy talk, no hard receipts, but the fact it kept circulating made fans believe Drake wasn't taking chances. Regardless of what was real or exaggerated, Drake moved like someone focused on positioning. He started linking with people who had real reach, real respect, real presence. That's where the game enters the story. Fans say Drake didn't just collaborate for music, he aligned for positioning and protection. Shooting visuals in Compton felt less like fan service and more like a message. And here's the part that really set the internet off. Whack 100 claimed that during one of those Compton shoots, Drake got uneasy. Allegedly spotted unfamiliar faces, felt the energy shift, and dipped fast. The story goes that Whack had to send people after Drake to explain those individuals weren't there to harm him, but to protect him. Whether you believe that or not, the reason it sticks is because it fits the bigger theme fans keep pushing. By 2015, the public story started changing. French Montana said he helped squash the situation. Diddy went on radio calling Drake a friend. But the energy never looked fully healed. It felt industry cool on the surface and ice cold underneath. Then there's Cassie, another layer people didn't fully digest back then. The rumor was that Drake tried to bring her into his circle around 2013. Even if it was just talk, fans believe that alone could have been enough to set Diddy off. With what Cassie later described about control and obsession in that world, fans say perception becomes reality. Sometimes it's not about what happened. It's about what someone believes happened. That's why people resurfaced. Lil Duval's old tweet about hearing Diddy swung on Drake in Miami for saying hello to Cassie. Back then, it was treated like a joke. Now it gets replayed like a clue. Fast forward to everything unfolding around the Diddy case. Drake unfollows, distance gets created, and the vibe turns into I don't know him energy. Right as that temperature stays weird, 50 Cent comes back pushing his Diddy documentary run, teasing more footage, more names, more material. That's when the internet starts asking the uncomfortable questions. Are there more recordings? More unseen footage? More stories that could drag other names into the spotlight? And when names like Meek Mill, Usher, YK Osiris, and French keep getting tossed around, fans start wondering who else ever stood too close to that world. That's the part people can't let go of. When dots feel connected, silence doesn't calm the internet, it feeds it. And with more 50 content always being teased, folks aren't just watching Diddy anymore. They're watching everybody who ever stood nearby, including Drake. So what do you think? Was Drake just another artist navigating a dangerous industry full of power games? Or is this another case of the internet flipping old moments into a brand new storyline? And if more names or footage ever surface, who do you think is next? Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share, and support the Drama and Brief channel as we break down the biggest hip-hop stories every single week.